Welcome back to the last days and Beartildien. Well, Beartildien has been doing quite a bit of things. Well, he's been pretty busy, let's just say that. And basically I went up to Lothlorien territory, I got a whole bunch of elves and fought some more Mordor supply trains and prisoner trains and things like that. And basically I was just doing that on the way down to Pelagia, who has now been besieged by someone from Cand, and that is going to be pretty difficult for us to deal with. So let's join the battle and see what we can do, because look, we've got 300 against almost 500. I think we should be okay because we just have an overwhelming amount of really, really good archers, but bear in mind that we are not the only people defending this this particular fief. I don't know why are my elves going out there? You better come back here. You better listen to me. You better. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing some bad things. They are doing some definitely bad things. I have no idea why they are running out there. This is actually really bad. Yeah, that is actually really bad. I have no idea why they would decide to run out there like this. But okay, I guess I'll just tell my infantry just to charge. Just tell the infantry to charge. Why not? I mean, we have such an overwhelming amount of infantry here. And I don't really want to lose my archers as a result of, you know, the infantry just standing there doing nothing. So we're just going to try and get them in there and see what we can do. And maybe, just maybe, I'll get a couple more kills. That would be kind of nice too. There we go. Bear in mind that we are having some difficulties killing the enemy leaders, because it seems like the leaders have a huge amount of HP, and it does take quite a bit of time to get them dead, so that is something to take into account. And it seems like to me what we really want to do after this is head on over to Caer Andros. Caer Andros is something that has also come under siege, and I think you can probably guess who it is. You could probably guess who has besieged that. Gothmog. Yes, it's Gothmog once again. He very much loves besieging things and making my life very, very hard indeed. So hopefully we will be able to take him out relatively soon. And I'm actually wondering whether I can pick up any arrows here. I'm actually kind of stuck, as you can see. These guys are kind of pinning me in here, but I guess it doesn't really matter because I do have still 21 arrows, but I would have liked to have maybe restored some, but I guess it's not too bad. But yeah, I think we should have a pretty easy time of things here. I mean, we should win because we are the defense, and we do have a pretty significant number of defenders. So I don't think that's going to make too much difference, but you never know. Okay, well, I'm going to have a look-see here. Maybe, wood elf arrows? Yeah. Wait, did they just disappear? Did you see that? Did they just disappear there? If they just disappeared, I'm going to kick myself. Oh well, never mind. Seems like they did just disappear. There's some Haradrim arrows. There we go. Pick up those. 44. Alright, well that's good enough, isn't it? So I guess I can just stand here and just shoot them. Guess I'm just gonna not use the zoom in either. The zoom in kind of makes things a little bit more difficult. So we're just gonna continue doing damage. Hello. What are you doing there? Is that mine? Yeah, that's a Gondor guy. Alright, well let's continue to kill these guys over there, because we really don't want them to rush us with those lion guards. Those lion guards are pretty dangerous, I think, because there's actually Haradrim people in here as well, Haradrim enemies, as well as Cand, which is kind of weird in itself. I wouldn't have expected them to work together so fervently, but apparently they really wanted to. So kind of interesting. But yeah, as I say, Gothmog has besieged Caer Andros, which is very close by. And there's also something else that we need to go to. I believe... Oh, yes. Lothlorien is actually under siege by a whole wide variety of different enemies right now. And I believe it is being attacked by Moria, as well as by Dol Guldur and Master Fëanor. And if you know Master Fëanor from our Bear Uruk series, then, well... good for you, because I remember him very much, and we helped him like no one's business, and it's just kind of sad that we now have to fight him. But if that's how it has to be, then that's how it has to be, and we'll just see what we can do about that. But yeah, apparently the two-handed sword, by the way, has been changed. I don't have confirmation of that, but apparently it has been changed because I can't find it in my inventory. And as I was in Lothlorien, I saw Lord Elrond, and I talked to him. And basically I just said, hey, you have something for me? And he gave me a horse, as well as a new item, a new magical item. And this magical item was actually pretty good. It gave me +1 to athletics, if you can believe it. So that's pretty cool. So I'm pretty happy with that. But of course, I would be happier with that two-handed sword, because the two-handed sword was really, really good. But the one-handed that I'm using right now, I think it's actually pretty good. You know, I think it's decent. You know, it's a decent weapon, and it is not something that is terrible. So pretty happy with that. And I just picked up 1 arrow. Yeah. I was really hoping to get the kill on that guy, but apparently he got murdered anyway. So that's absolutely fine. Gondor arrows. Okay, I've got 2 now. Very good. Oh yes, let me just waste 1. Sounds like a good idea. Alright, well, so far I think we're actually doing okay. I mean, I hope that most of the casualties are actually our allies, because let's face it, leveling up my unit is kind of time intensive. So let's have a look. Oh, I lost 17. Yeah, that's the reason why I was really hoping that I could kind of pull my units back to the defensive line. I really did not want those guys to run into melee. I don't know why they were doing that, to be honest, to begin with. Okay, so there's the last enemy. It seems to be underneath the water. That's interesting. Not entirely sure why that's happening, but I'm sure my units will be able to take him out. There we go. Phew. I was a bit worried there for a second. I was thinking to myself, oh, we might have some issues, you know? Anyway, there you go. We were able to achieve victory. Kind of surprised we didn't get any rank points for this, because look at this. 500 units. We almost eliminated 500. That's kind of a lot. And what did we lose here? We lost Greenwood Veteran Archers, Lothlorien Master Archers. Ooh, that's an ouchie right there. Losing those Master Archers is pretty harsh. Ah, there we go. There's 132 rank points. We gain a little bit of extra promotion with Gondor right there. And we are now able to see if we kill anyone. No, we're not going to kill anyone. Okay, well, that's kind of unfortunate. I could generally take some Rohan people and actually go over to their territory and give them these units, which might be kind of good. You know, that might be kind of good. So maybe that would be an idea. But you know what? Okay, let's just do it. Why not? Any advantage that we can get, I guess, we'll try. We'll try to do that. And we'll just let the Gondorian guys go. And that is absolutely fine. Okay, so this is where we are. This is where we are right now. And you can see that Caer Andros is over here. That is under siege. And we can also see that this and this are under siege from Lothlorien. Now, I am hoping, and very much hoping, I'm crossing my fingers here, you know, I'm hoping that we are going to get Lord Elrond to help out our Lothlorien friends. But if they don't, then I think we're going to be in some trouble. I really think it's going to be quite problematic. But anyway, let's see if we can unbar raiders. Okay, Prince Imrahil, I'm sure you can just deal with your own stuff now, can't you? I mean, I've been helping Gondor quite significantly. Oh, it seems like they are no longer under siege. That's fantastic. Okay, so the one thing that is under siege is, of course, Gothmog. Gothmog is such a pain, isn't he? And he knows he's a pain. He's doing that completely on purpose. Wait a minute, is this under siege? No, someone's fighting here. Gondor foragers. Do I want to help the Gondor foragers? Not really. I kind of want to go over to Caer Andros a little bit quicker. Oh, Canned, hello. Oh, and look, there's a lone rider. I believe that is... Oh, dear. I believe that is actually Gandalf right there. I think that was Gandalf, maybe. Anyway, this is problematic in itself. 98 troops against 436. I think we should be okay because I am primarily archers, and I could theoretically, well, probably kill quite a lot. And we're just going to rally up straight away. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my Archer Captain ability, which heals my archers specifically. And I'm just going to tell everyone to charge because it breaks the terrible formation that tells my archers to go over there and do random stuff. I forgot to change that in the camp menu. before beginning this episode, so I might have to go and do that after this. But thankfully, just doing a charge and then doing a hold position fixes the issue, so nothing really to worry about there. But yes, there's a lot to worry about over there, though. Do you see this huge swarm of enemies coming in? Yeah, that's great. Very good. Okay, well, let's see if I can do some damage here. I really don't know whether I will be able to hit anyone from this distance. I seem to be able to, amazingly enough. So I guess that's okay. That's pretty good. I was not expecting that by any means. But I can only hope that my forces will do a good job. Alright, I'm going to just tell my people to stand closer a little bit. Gonna tell my infantry just to charge in. Just to charge in, because literally I only have Rohan infantry as far as I'm aware. And I don't really care about them. I know that seems a little bit callous, but it's true, because I just gained them for free. And it's very hard for me to gain Elvish units that are this good, the ones that I have right now, for free. And I don't really want them to get murdered in exchange for the Rohan guys. So that's basically what I'm doing here. So let's see if we can maybe defend a little bit. These guys are not exactly good, though. As you can see, they're running around with like bare chests, and they don't have the best armor at all. So I think we should have a reasonable time here. If I can just kill the slightly heavily armored ones, then I think we should be okay. But I mean, I don't think we're going to win this completely. Like, I don't think we're going to win it from 100 to 0, if you know what I mean. So I think it's literally just going to be a case of killing as many people as we can and then just retreating, because I've already lost 5 people, but I hope that they are just Rohan people and not actually elves, because I know that again, I know that sounds a bit callous, but it's kind of true, because I kind of don't want to be in a situation where I am left weakened by me sacrificing my elf units in exchange for some men that really are not going to be that useful. No offense. No offense. No offense to those of you that are big fans of Rohan. I mean, I think that they are actually a pretty fun faction, because most of their units are mounted. But the problem with that is that Isengard and Mordor tend to have a lot of polearm based units, and as a result, cavalry gets absolutely shredded. So you have to be quite smart to play with Rohan and actually do well. So, it's one of those things. Of course, there are those times when, it might be easier to play with Rohan, because you have increased mobility on the battlefield, and let's face it, Orcs really don't. So if they don't have these units with the polearms, you're going to have a pretty easy time, running rings around them, basically. So yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. Anyway, we've killed 200 now. We've killed 200. You know what? I'm just going to retreat. I'm just going to retreat because we can. And what did we lose? Yeah, we just lost. We did lose 1 veteran archer, but that is something I'm happy to live with, to be honest, considering we ran in here with a pretty significant amount of enemies to face, and now we're going to face them again because I cannot leave. They prevent me from that action, so we're going to go in once again. And this is what I mean. If only that raider party had not been that fast, then I would have been able to escape pretty nicely, but unfortunately that's just not how it went. Gonna rally my troops. And I'm probably going to use Archer Captain as well once people start clashing into us a little bit here as well. So let's do a little bit of stand closer here. Let's get my infantry out the front, even though I've only got 8 of them. And whoa, that's a lot of enemies. That is a lot of people to defeat. Okay, go Rohan troops. I'm sure you can do this. Yes, let's not send them in just yet. I think that would be a little bit sadistic. We probably don't want to do that right now. Right now, he says. Yes, right now. Okay, so once they get a little bit closer, then I will be beginning to charge. There we go. Let's begin to charge these guys in. Let's charge the cavalry in as well, because why not? Otherwise, they're just going to be useless. And maybe I can... Oh, yes, maybe I can shoot one of my own Rohan units. Ah, yes, great. Now, here's the thing. If I was playing as Mordor or Isengard right now, I'd basically be like, yes, that's what you get, that's the kind of thing that happens if you are, a weak orc or whatever. But as we are an elf, I will just say sincerest apologies, I suppose. Yeah, okay, well, whatever the case, I'm going to use my Archery Captain ability now, which is a trait that I gained a while ago, if you don't know. And that basically heals my, as far as I'm aware, that heals my archer units for a significant amount. Okay, we've killed 112 so far, which I think is pretty nice. Let's get out my sword to try and... Oh, never mind. Okay, apparently I don't need to help here, but whoa, that's a lot of enemies coming in. Okay, I'm going to try and take out their horses if I can, because their horses are actually kind of weak. And in comparison to the riders, I think they're a little bit easier to hit. I mean, it's definitely something I don't want to do, because I really don't like killing horses, because I think it's just a waste of arrows and a waste of time, really. But if it's going to give us that strategic bonus, then I think that's a good idea. But they are absolutely murdering us right now, so I'm actually going to try and retreat as soon as possible here. Yeah, look at that. That was just an absolute bloodbath. That was really, really bad. Yeah, we allowed them to get way too close to us. We can now disengage, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay in the battle because I have faith in our units that we will be able to prevail in this situation. So what we're going to do is we're just going to charge people, and we're actually going to go straight up. We're just going to go straight up here, and we're going to try and shoot at them. We're going to try and shoot at them from all the way over here and see if I can maybe do something. Yep, there we go. There's one dead. We've got how many to kill? I think we got like 60, 70 or something like that to kill. So that's a bit problematic. But yeah, as I say, I'm basically just going to be aiming for horses right now because it basically makes them absolutely useless, these guys. Because they're just going to get pincushioned by all of our units, and it's just going to be much, much easier to deal with all of them by doing that than it is by aiming for the riders and things. So we're going to try our best. Although, you know, if they face their backs to me, then I will be more likely to do that. I think that's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to tell my people to charge in now. Tell our infantry to charge. Tell everyone to charge, actually. Because I think we'll... Are we going to actually lose? Yeah. Yeah, we're actually going to lose. I think we're actually going to lose. Okay, so I think I might actually just have to retreat here. And it's going to be problematic if I cannot retreat, because I'm going to then end up losing a lot of people. There we go. Okay. So I actually thought that we would... Oh, no. There's actually 29 left. Okay, I think we'll probably be able to win. Okay. I really was a bit worried there for a second, but we are ending up losing a huge amount of our forces. And as I said in the previous episode, if this was Bear Uruk, it would really not make any difference. And I'm talking even about before he gained over 1,700 units. You know, before he gained that much, I would still say that he would be perfectly fine. You know, just recruiting a whole bunch of goblins, recruiting Uruks and things, and he would still be in a situation that he would be able to win battles. But with Beartildien, it's a little bit different because we don't have the numbers on our side. We certainly don't have the numbers on our side. And, well, we're quite weak. We're quite weak to cavalry, which, as you can plainly see, is the case, because we've just been murdered in every single way by these units here. And I am actually not hitting that much with my arrows for some reason. Not entirely sure what's going on with that, but I guess... Oh, yeah, let me just shoot my own unit. That sounds like a good plan to me. Very nice. Yes, I seem to be very, very good with my archery today. That is really helping. Okay, so I'm just gonna heal my forces, and I'm just gonna go melee because I think I can do a little bit extra damage like this, and I can actually kill people much more reliably because I think my archery is just a little bit off today. I've killed my own units twice now, which is just absolutely unacceptable. It really is. So I'm just gonna try and do what I can here. Shoot them in the legs. Oh, I almost shot one of my own guys again. Fantastic. It's because they look relatively similar, you know, because they got white armor on. Never mind. Okay, this is actually an enemy general, I believe. This is the general himself, because you can see he's actually taking a lot of damage. And can you just shoot this guy? Look at this. He's just running around like no one's business. He's just like standing there in our lines, unchallenged. It's not very good. Okay, I'm being pushed by a horse, I think. There we go. Alright, morale of our enemies wavers, and I believe we're done. And see, now that's the thing. It always seems to happen that way. It always seems to happen that I have some really amazing units, and then all of a sudden, I lose like 20 of them in one fight, and it just so happens that they don't get knocked unconscious and that they actually get killed, which is really bad. But there you go. 72 rank points with Gondor, which I don't really care about, to be honest. I'm not really a big fan of getting a high rank with Gondor, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so yeah, we actually have only 62 left in our army, so I have no idea what we're supposed to do against Gothmog at this point, because you can see here we've got a lot of Dol Guldur raiders and things that are attempting to get into a battle with us. Hornburg has now been besieged by Mog the Seven-Fingered as well, and I really have no idea where I'm supposed to go from here. I think what I should really do is I should make my way back to Elven territory, recruit a whole bunch of people, and I believe way back I placed some higher tier units in the barracks in Thranduil's halls, and that is exactly where I'm going to go to recuperate my army strength. Alright, so I've actually come all the way up to Gundabad territory because I saw that King Thranduil was still doing his siege against them, and I thought to myself, okay, it's probably going to be a good idea for me to help him out, at least a little bit. And, well, here's the thing. The amount of goblins that they have in this garrison numbers into the 500s. So this is going to be maybe pretty difficult because Thranduil himself only has 79? Yeah, he only has 79. So this is going to be pretty harsh. I don't know how this is actually going to work, because I kind of want to hold position, but I also want to charge in because we don't really want to stay all outside, because staying outside is going to result in, well, nothing much happening. And I cannot believe that they have so many skirmishers. Look at all of these skirmishers. This is making things very difficult. I mean, I know that I've heard that if you attack Goblin Town, which is, I believe, the capital of Gundabad, that you're going to have a terrible time. It is it's nightmare fuel, basically, because you go in there, and there are so many little nooks and crannies that can literally have a bunch of skirmishers stationed inside, that they will then just murder you from every single angle. And as far as I'm aware, that is pretty bad. That is pretty bad. And this is exactly what's happening here as well, amazingly enough. So I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. Oh, it seems like my elves are just going to run in. Okay. Well, are my elves running in, or are his elves running in? Because I don't even know. Maybe I should just let them do that. Because we are in Elven territory anyway, so I can just recuperate my forces a little bit. I mean, I don't have the best units here. How many have we lost? Oh, we haven't even lost that many. And King Thranduil most likely would have lost this battle if I did not enter it, because he has no reinforcements otherwise. It is just literally me and him, and that's it. So if he were to do this by himself, he would probably have been dead, and maybe have even died. Who knows? I don't know whether he can actually die. I think he can, because we have that option enabled. We do have that option enabled in the camp menu, and that would be awful. That would be really, really bad. That would be a huge blow for the Mirkwood elves. It would be awful. So trying to prevent him from dying is basically my main goal at the moment. We've only lost 4 units. That's good. That is still great. There is a cave troll somewhere, however, which is not very good. But I am actually quite pleased to be fighting orcs and things again, because I absolutely loathe fighting things like Canned and the Haradrim and things. So it's kind of nice to go back and actually fight against proper orcs. So yeah, it's kind of nice to do that. And hopefully I won't take too much more damage, because I'm just getting killed randomly here by some random thing. I have no idea what's going on there, but oh well, never mind. I think we're fine though, because I mean, I have enough HP to be able to survive for a pretty significant amount of time, thanks to my, huge amounts in Iron Flesh and Strength, of course. Oh, hello. Okay, yeah, this is not where I want to be, guys. I'd actually like to move back a little bit. And, okay, I'm gonna... I don't really want to loot their arrows, because they're probably not going to be the greatest. Oh, these are cave trolls. Let me try and kill these cave trolls as quickly as I can. Headshots will do exactly that. King Thranduil is actually here, and fighting. I mean, I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised that that is actually happening, but I am, because I don't think I've ever seen him personally fight. So it would be kind of cool to see whether he's actually useful. So, yeah, the leader of the Mirkwood Elves, is he useful? Yeah, no, I'm sure he is useful, but what I mean to say is he actually good at what he does, or is he kind of stupid? Because I don't know. I hope that he's not going to be stupid. Okay, so how many have we eliminated so far? King Thranduil has gotten himself eliminated. Okay, so we have eliminated 300 so far. I'm going to retreat. And we are going to go back in, straight up. We're just going to go back in straight away. And this is not actually even to do with the fact that I want more arrows. I mean, I want more arrows, personally. It's not the fact that my units want more arrows either. It's literally just because I would like to get into a situation where the enemy is more spread out and is less likely to have huge amounts of units in one area. Because you know, they're up there on the tower and they're being kind of annoying. But that's not really anything to worry about, in my opinion, in comparison to what kind of situation we had before, where they were all clumped up in that one area, and we had to wait a pretty significant amount of time for our reinforcements to come in, because we did just receive reinforcements. So that's my main reasoning for retreating at that particular point, because I don't like retreating for extra arrows. I don't think that I usually don't do that if I can help it. So, you know, because let's face it, in a real situation, you're probably not going to be able to retreat to get arrows. You know, you're not going to be able to ask the orcs, "Oh, would you mind politely leaving us alone for a second?" Yeah, they're not going to do that. So basically, just retreating in the face of that, and then, you know, going back to our reinforcements is... Whoa, I took a lot of damage. Right, and I'm dead. Yep, absolutely dead. Okay, I'm going to use Archery Captain while I'm still alive, or quote-unquote alive, and then we'll just let them fight on, because I think we basically have this in the bag now. I don't think we really need to worry too much about potentially losing this battle, because I think we have about another 100 or so to eliminate, and then we should be fine. But this is the main reason why I retreated, because I didn't want these skirmishers being up here by this cave and being so close to their spawn zone. That's never a good thing. You really never want to do that if you can help it, unless you have an absolutely overwhelming force of units in that area and you are able to very quickly and efficiently eliminate the enemy force that spawns in. And it looks like that's it. There we go. And we have earned some rank points, 64 rank points, and we have been promoted to rank 11 with Mirkwood, which is really nice. And there you go. He is now thanking us. Okay, so that's great. So now I can leave. Alright, so I've now rushed all the way down into Gondor/Mordor territory, and I made it just in time to, well, shall we say, intercept Gothmog's forces. Now you can see here that we thankfully are outnumbering the opponent, and that is actually pretty good. Now, you may be wondering, why am I still injured? Well, here's the thing. Beartildien, who was right outside this area, decided that, you know, they would try to intercept me, and they got me into a fight which I really did not want to be in, and basically I got killed, and my forces just finished up the battle. It was not really it was not an intense battle by any means. I just made a huge error, and basically that ended up in my demise. So nothing really to write home about there, but I'm actually kind of wondering how I get to the walls. How do I get to the walls here? Are they just going to bash down the gate? Ah, here we go. Seems like you can go up this way. Or do I want to wait by the gate? Because they're going to bash it down, and there's going to be a cave troll coming in. As you can no doubt tell by the huge swings currently going on there, there is a cave troll trying to bash down the gate. Okay, I'm going to get ready then. Let's try firing through now. Oh, no, there we go. There he is. Ah, it's actually an Oligai. Never mind. Not a cave troll. There we go. That's easy enough. Not too bad. And I think I could actually even go into melee here. I feel pretty confident against the forces of Mordor and Gundabad and things like that. I think I don't really take that much damage. The only time I really take a huge amount of damage is if I get a headshot or something on me. And that really makes a huge amount of difference, but otherwise, don't really take that much damage at all. So, yeah, pretty happy with that, actually. I'm a bit worried about being able to get back in here, though. So, oh, hello. That's a lot of enemies. Yeah, so we do have, as you can see, great warg riders of Udun, and they are definitely the things that you want to be aware of because they have these thrown weapons, and the thrown weapons are capable of dealing a lot of damage. As you can see, 11 damage right there, and that was to my back or something, so that's to one of my more armored areas. So, yeah, definitely something you don't want to get hit on in your head, which is what I had beforehand. But thankfully, I've now found the wall, and I think this is basically a foregone conclusion. I think they probably would have been able to win this without my assistance, but I am adding another 100 units, so it would have been an even fight, and I don't know how they would have done if I wasn't here to take care of the Oligai and things like that. Is that another one? That is another Oligai right there, I believe. Let's see if we can take it out. Yep, never mind. Got taken out. Very nice. And is there anyone else? Anyone else want a piece? Anyone else want a piece of our Gondorian Elven sandwich? Yes, that sounds delicious, doesn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I think we're good. There's only 14 enemies remaining. I think I might just tell my forces just to charge in. Just tell everyone just to charge in just to finish this up. And maybe I can do a little bit of damage here as well. There we go. Now, this guy's being a bit sneaky. And I believe that is it. There's only 3 enemies remaining, and there's one more right there. There we have it. Fantastic. Alright, so we have defeated Gothmog for the, umpteenth time now. And there you go. So, yeah, we had no casualties either, although my allies did have quite a few, but that is to be expected. Is he gonna, oh, yep, there we go. We've been promoted. That's very nice. And is he gonna escape? Yeah, he did. Of course he did. Oh, well, never mind. All right, so, yeah, I did actually stop by at Lord Elrond's place as well. By the way, this is the horse that you can get for being, like, rank 6 or something along those lines with Rivendell. And if you are a mounted unit, definitely a good idea to go for this. Seems like a pretty cool horse indeed. But that is actually going to be it for this episode. And what we're going to do is we're going to continue to try and stem the tide of all of these enemies coming at all of the allied forces over and over again. And it really gives you that intense feeling of being overrun by the evil forces of Mordor. It really does. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.